So CBS News political director Fin Gomez is with me here. Normally he's not here. And we're going to take a look at some of the important races moving ahead. So I'm glad to see you. I know everyone from
morning.
D.C. is in New York for the last few days now. So let us talk about it. Let's start with breaking down the major toss-up races.
Sure. So as you reported earlier, there are 6 toss-up races: New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. By being toss-ups, that means they are very close, Anne-Marie, as you know. And really, they could go either way. In a lot of the tracking that we've done prior to this big day, Pennsylvania especially is one that is important, is crucially important. It has generated a lot of national interest, as has Georgia, as has Nevada. And for Republicans that I spoke to just recently, they believe that is their path to possibly retaking the Senate, is through these states and through those 3 specifically.
So then I imagine many races are going to go down to the wire. Some might require, a recount. Which races are we're not likely to find out the results of tonight? And which ones are we most likely to find out the results?
Well, sure. I think there's a lot of attention on both Pennsylvania and Georgia.
Right.
As you know, in Pennsylvania, mail-in ballots are not counted until Election Day. By last count, there's somewhere over 1 million of them.
Yeah.
So that takes time.
Yeah.
And so as
that was a problem last time.
Now, as we saw in 2020 as well. In Georgia, a lot of party officials on both sides have told CBS that they expect that it could go to a runoff in that Senate battleground. So that means because the victor has to hit 50% plus 1, right? So the most polling previously to today showed that neither one had hit that mark. Obviously, a lot can change. Today's a big day. There's record turnout in the Peach State.
Right.
We'll see what happens. But that is somewhat, if it does go to a runoff, we're looking at a December 6th runoff, so another month, essentially.
So speaking of potential problems moving forward, already in Pennsylvania, we've seen long lines, people trying to correct mistakes on their ballots. Can you tell me what's going on there?
Pennsylvania is really interesting. It all revolves around undated ballots for mail-in ballots. So essentially, just recently, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that if it's undated or unclearly dated, they don't count, essentially. So what's happened now is that John Fetterman, the Democratic senatorial candidate, and other Democrats are trying to take this case to federal court to decide, because essentially they're trying to get those mail-in ballots counted.
Yeah.
What's happened also is that for people who've been told that those mail-in ballots do not count, they've had to go get replacement. They had to go get replacement ballots and vote.
Right.
And those lines, and that has generated long lines, especially in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You've seen some reports, it's 2 hours for wait to get those replacement ballots to vote. And so it's caused confusion, anger, and of course, Philadelphia is a Democratic stronghold.
Yes.
So that's why the interest and the implications of these statewide races.
Yeah, something similar to that has happened to my neighbor who's elderly. So she had to find someone, give them permission to get her a ballot, and it's a whole bunch of rigmarole.
Right.
So which Senate races lean Republican and which ones tend to lean Democrat?
Well, of the battleground states that we have, CBS has, in terms of the lean Republican column, it's North Carolina, Florida, and Ohio right now. 2 of those, North Carolina and Ohio, have been very close throughout the cycle. But recently, there's been a little bit of momentum for the Republicans in each of those respective states. Lean Democrat, in that column, we have Colorado, which is a battleground state, where Senator Bennett is trying to retain his seat there against Joe O'Dea, who is the Republican challenger. But again, there's six toss-up states right now. A lot of them can go either way. There's a lot of interest in seeing how that plays out, and we'll be watching.
Yeah, I make only one prediction, that we will go through a record amount of coffee.
I already have.
You already have.
I'm drinking buckets a day. Are you kidding me?
All right, Fin, thank you so much.
Absolutely.